What's going on, everybody? GPhunk here. Today we're going to be conducting a review of the BRS 3000T Ultralight Camping Stove. In this review, I'm going to talk about my likes, my dislikes, I'm going to talk about the specifications, and I'm going to show you some examples of this thing in action. The BRS 3000T Ultralight Camping Stove sells for roughly $17 on Amazon, and you can find them as low as $10 on eBay plus shipping. This little stove comes with a small green pouch. Go ahead and open that up, which has a small little cinch cord, which very neatly stows your little camping stove. This camping stove also comes with one spare O-ring. One of the most common things that I've seen across all of the reviews was that the spare O-ring was missing, and in my case, when it was shipped to me, it was also missing. The BRS 3000T weighs in at 0.88 ounces or 25 grams. To show you here, I will go ahead and put it on a weight scale. With the pouch. So this little camping stove is really cool in the way that it folds up here. So on the side here, you have your valve assembly, which folds up and down, which allows the gas to increase and decrease. But also your little arms here, they all fold up for easy stowability. So the way this works is you pop them all up and you bring them down and you just click them in place. And then from here, you would basically set and screw that on top of your stove. The construction of this stove feels pretty durable and pretty sturdy. I feel like it's a pretty well-made product with them, especially being able to get it to weigh less than 1 ounce. I feel that maybe if you put over a liter of water on this thing, you might start beginning to find some struggle. And we're gonna go ahead and screw this thing on our canister. Now that spare O-ring, you always wanna make sure that you have a good O-ring in here, and you always want to inspect your O-ring prior to going out. I would even recommend changing that each time you go on a backpacking trip and carry a spare with you. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna screw this guy on here and make sure our valve is shut. Whenever you tighten it, make sure you grab it down here by the base. I wouldn't really grab it from up here and twist it, or you could potentially bend these arms. So we're gonna go ahead and grab it from the base and twist it. Go ahead and test. We do have gas. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and slide this on over, and we're gonna go ahead and light this thing and check out this flame. So there she goes at her lowest setting. We're gonna go ahead and turn her up and see how this thing burns. All right, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and light this stove, and we're gonna bring a 550 milliliter cup of water to a boil, and we're gonna time it. So starting off with our little temperature gauge here, we're looking at roughly 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Just so you can see, I'm gonna show you here. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna go ahead and cover the top here. Go ahead and start my watch, and we're going to start. All right, so as you can see, it took roughly 4 minutes and 40 seconds in order to achieve a boil with this covered at sea level. I can't stress that enough, I'm at sea level. When you increase in elevation, you find yourself out in the mountains, you will achieve a boil much faster than what you saw here. I would say you might be able to shave off 1 to maybe 2 minutes of time in order to get a boil to occur. Now, BRS says that a 500 milliliter or 2 cups will boil in roughly 1.5 minutes, burning only 7 to 8 grams of fuel. They also state that the time it takes to boil 1 liter of water would just be under 3 minutes. I'm not so sure that it would be just under 3 minutes in order to boil 1 liter of water based off of what we just saw here. I also find it a little hard to believe that somebody would want to use such a small camping stove like this to try and boil 1 liter of water. This stove is very perfect for roughly 700 milliliters of water and below. Like in my case here, I'm using a 550 milliliter cup, and I am probably boiling about 500 milliliters worth of water, which if you are an ultralight backpacker, this is the perfect amount of water for you. You really are gonna find yourself stretched thin to really need much more hot water than this. Just to kind of give you an idea, I'm gonna show you my Primus stove here as compared to the BRS 3000T, and just how different the flames look with these two different types of stoves. So I'm gonna go ahead and light up this guy. And I'll go ahead and light up this guy. These show two of the clear differences between the two stoves. I can take, basic little pan, sits pretty fine on that. I can take it, sits pretty good on that. So it sits good on both surfaces there. Through its 4-range of motion. If you're looking to purchase a stove for much heavier loads of water, maybe like 1 liter or greater than 1 liter, you might want to lean towards these types of stoves here. They have a much wider base, which allows you to have more surface area of, let's say, a larger pot of water to sit on as compared to this little guy here. But these can also handle a lot more weight, and it would be more beneficial in the long run if you're planning on boiling large amounts of water or cooking large dishes of food. But if you're just a solo camper and you're looking for something super lightweight, hands down, this is the way to go, is the BRS 3000T. Some of the bigger competitors to the BRS 3000T that you would find out there would be the MSR Pocket Rocket, which is weighing in at 2.6 ounces, and it claims to be able to boil 1 liter of water in 3.5 minutes. And the cost of that MSR Pocket Rocket, you're looking at almost $44.95 as compared to the $17 that you would spend on the BRS 3000T. Another type of burner that would be compared to this little stove here would be the AOTU portable stove, which claims to have a 4-minute boil time for 1 liter of water. It weighs in at 3.8 ounces, and it itself is roughly $16 on Amazon. With the BRS 3000T coming in at $17 at Amazon and weighing under 1 ounce, it's giving its competitors a run for their money in not only weight, but also in the cost of the product. I would hands down recommend the BRS 3000T to any backpacker that is out there that is looking to shave some pounds off of their weight, that is looking to have a low price point for a product, and somebody who is looking for something that is dependable in the field and will work every time. If you enjoyed that review by GPhunk Outdoors, don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button down at the bottom of your screen. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, stay outdoors.